Okay, I'll just have to get into it. So, Men at Work, 1990. I had never seen this movie. I hadn't heard of it. I saw it pop up on Tubi, and then someone mentioned it as well a little bit later, and I was like, I'll put it on the list, and I felt like I had seen it, and then of course when I typed it into Tubi, there it was, Men at Work. So, Men at Work, 1990, starring Charlie Sheen and Emilio Estevez, written and directed by Emilio Estevez. Who would have thunk it? I've only seen this movie now, but before this, I had only seen Repo Man before, which I've talked about briefly on this channel before, but just that I've seen it quite a few times. I don't really get it. There's things about it that I like, but it's a huge cult classic. My dad loves it, and he's made me watch it a lot, and I've watched it a lot. But I just don't get it. I don't know. I don't think it's that great. Maybe I'm crazy, but I don't think it's that bad either. Maybe I need to see it again, but either way, that was the only movie I'd seen other than this now. And this, I haven't even seen The Mighty Ducks. I haven't even seen The Mighty Ducks. It's on the list though. Don't worry, it's on the list. But this movie, let's talk about it. So the basic plot: Charlie Sheen and Emilio Estevez are garbage men, and they're doing the job. They're taking out the trash, but of course they have a dream to open a surf shop, which is one of many things, and this is my main problem with this movie. There's so many unanswered questions at the end, so many loose ends that are not tied up at the end, and I'll start naming it, but one of them is the surf shop that they want to do. We never get an inkling if they get to open that or anything at the end. But the plot of this movie is that Charlie Sheen and Emilio Estevez find a dead body in the trash. And this was the body of someone who was running to be a councilman, and he was trying to find out, or he was trying to get the word out about the crookedness of this company who is leaking hazardous waste into the ocean or whatever. And so basically, it's an environmental message, but the movie isn't terrible, like it's kind of funny, but just, he has so many loose ends not tied up, and, I guess there's the environmental message, but it's mainly about this, them having to deal with the body, and there's so many things that don't really make sense and don't add up, but I don't get into it. But let's first look up the movie on IMDb, shall we? I'm just quickly gonna blow my nose because it be itchy like that. Oh yeah, it be itchy like that. And I don't know why. Honestly, and it seems like movie review is the segment that my nose is itchy the most, and I don't understand that. When I start talking about movies, my nose gets itchy. Alright, I'll be right there. And we'll conclude the exciting review of Men at Work. So, yeah, I looked it up here on IMDb. IMDb. Let's check it out. No, it was a TV series. But that is not what we're talking about. We're talking about the film that apparently is not as well renowned as the TV show. But yeah, Men at Work, 1990. As I said, is this film about garbage men finding a dead body in the trash and trying to deal with it, and they're with another character, Lewis, who is an ex-Vietnam vet, who he was put there to sort of supervise Charlie Sheen and Emilio Estevez. And before this, we established that Emilio Estevez and Charlie Sheen are friends. We established that they work together and that they have But we don't see any other garbage man other than Emilio Estevez and Charlie Sheen, this other two. But that's another note of this. There's a lot of little things like this. Like, why are there more garbage people? And why don't we see more garbage people? We just see, like, their few together. And why don't we see... why don't we see more garbage people? I think it doesn't make sense. And there's a few things like that. Like, the supervisor that's watching them, this Lewis, he's sort of just put on there, I feel like, to add an element of craziness. And I don't know, a lot of things just don't add up with this movie. Little nitpicky things, but to me, there's a lot of those things and they add up. It adds up to be a big thing because there's a lot of things at the end that just they don't explain. And I'm probably gonna end up spoiling this just a little bit, so spoiler alert. I'm just getting an ad for the Mighty Ducks TV show. It's funny, I was just talking about the Mighty Ducks. No, show me an ad for the TV show. But yeah, Men at Work, Imdb. Let's look at the character list here. Keith David. So Keith David, I recognize him right away. He's in a lot of shit. He plays Lewis. And so this starts off with Charlie Sheen sort of looking at his next door neighbor, and it's creepy, and they sort of address that it's creepy, but it's, it was that time where, like, you could get over someone's spying on you, I guess. It was like, oh, well, yeah, he was spying on me, but now we got to know each other, and he's not that bad. Because she's the love interest for Charlie Sheen, and that's another thing they don't really tie, like, they sort of hint at them getting together, but it's not really concrete. And then the surf shop, like I said, they don't really put that into fruition, and we don't really know what happens to Charlie Sheen, because Charlie Sheen and Emilio Estevez tie up police officers, and, well, Lewis was mainly doing it, but Emilio Estevez didn't stop it, and Charlie Sheen didn't untie them when he sees them. So there's that, and you think, like, something's gonna come of that. Nothing comes of that, because they don't show it. They just show at the end them still tied there. So, like, there's no conclusion, there's no closure with so many things in this movie. And even with the villain, like, what happens to the villain? He just, like, falls into a hole, and, like, they fuck him up a bit, and, like, do some cartoony shit to him. And, like, he gets his comeuppance, I guess, but he doesn't, like, he should get arrested or something for, he's murdering people, and he's so crooked and committing so many laws and felonies, environmental laws and all that, but no, let's just, like, toss him around and beat him up a bit or whatever. It's just, that's another thing that doesn't make sense. This movie's got some fun, like, I laughed, like, a bit, like, there's some funny jokes, but this is not great. This is not a great movie. It's okay at best, I'd say. It gave me a few laughs, though, for sure. This movie is better than Biodome, I'll say it. I'm going there. But, it's not perfect, though, obviously, as I've already been sort of digging into it a lot. But yeah, so that's how he sees this murder take place. Well, he doesn't see the murder take place. He sees, across the apartment, he sees a guy struggling with Susan, the love interest later on, and they're, struggling with each other. But then, so Charlie Sheen shoots him in the butt with a BB gun, and throughout the movie, the BB guns involved. And also, they kidnap a pizza guy, and that's another thing that isn't really, they don't address. And there's a point where the pizza man could totally run away, and he just doesn't. He just sort of, like, becomes a part of it at one point. They have this dead body, they're trying to hide it from the cops. I don't know, this movie is bizarre at some points. But I have to mention, though, the pizza delivery boy in this movie is Rockula, which is a movie that I reviewed before on here. It's a sort of B movie, and it's a canon movie, but it was also 1990, and this movie was 1990. So Rockula, that actor, in fact, maybe it'll tell me. Maybe he was Mario John Lavicelli. Because I don't see him other than that. That might be in these pictures. I think it must be that. It must be John Lavicelli. Oh no, Pizza Man. No, there he is. No, it's Dean Cameron. Sorry. Dean Cameron was Rockula. Let's just click on his name. I'm curious. Because this guy was Rockula and in this movie in the same year. What else is this guy in? Oh, okay. He's been in stuff. He's had a career. He's in Straight Outta Compton. He's in... What? He's in Straight Outta Compton. Who is he in that? I'm going down a wormhole now. What is he in this? I don't know, maybe he's a small role or something. Or maybe he was a producer or something. I don't know, that's not important. I'm going down a rabbit hole. Anyway, Summer School, Sleep With Me. He's in some stuff. Anyway, back to this movie, Men at Work. So they're trying to hide this body, and it just gets increasingly confusing and not confusing, but more like they get in more trouble, and it gets more stupid as it goes on, basically, because they have the body, and then they have a pizza man, and they're trying to clear themselves, but like I said, none of it's really cleared up. None of it's really there's no closure in this movie. It just sort of stops. So many unanswered questions. But if they would have just answered those questions, this movie would be a lot better, I'd say. But that's where I'd say it has its main problem. But this movie's still kind of fun. I didn't hate it, but yeah, there's a part where Lewis is holding the pizza man hostage, and the pizza man, he imagines the pizza man like he's having a Vietnam flashback. Lewis is, so he imagines that he's wearing he's wearing Vietnamese attire. So, and he's imagining him as a Vietnamese, and it's a little real quick, but it's sort of a little. But I feel like that wouldn't happen today. Like they wouldn't put a white guy in that garment. But anyway, it is what it is, and this movie is kind of old, so you can kind of chalk that up to it was a different time, as well as with the creepy stuff. And there's a part with one of the guys is wearing a wig. There's some gross out here that I don't love, with shit going on people and stuff. There's a guy, but yeah, I said another part of the cultural appropriation, a guy's wearing a Rasta wig, but that was just a thing people did at that time. But it is kind of cringy by today's standards. I'm starting to run out of stuff to say about this movie, but I feel like there's a little bit more. Emilio Estevez, I think, is good for writing and directing. I mean, he did both. The directing, I guess, is fine, but the writing, it just could have used a little more. Could have used a little more explanation of what happened to everybody at the end, and it just wasn't clear. So many things. But it could have been worse.